Hey, what's up? Good afternoon. I'm just hopping on just to say hello. My laptop is not working. Well, it's working. It's just the keys on the keyboard and the mouse aren't. So can't do a whole lot with it. So I had to order one today, which is a blessing because yay, but I wasn't really expecting to have to replace my laptop so soon. But today is beautiful Wednesday. And I did like a couple of Wellness Wednesday posts, and a friend of mine just sent me a link to a salt cave that's here in Raleigh, and that's one of the things on my like bucket list. I always wanted to go to a Himalayan salt cave. They have very good benefits. Himalayan sea salt, like I have a Himalayan salt lamp right there, so it's a cave made out of the same kind of salt, and it's very cleansing and purifying. It helps like to release stress, eliminate toxins, all that kind of stuff. And I think it's recommended for people who, let me look real quick. Hold on. I think one of the things that it said for people who had like thyroid conditions as well. So I'm actually gonna go Salt Cave. It's like this holistic experience, and you just like, oh, it's just awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. They also do yoga in there, which I think is pretty cool. Here we go. The Salt Cave visits. It doesn't say what it's for though. That sucks. I don't know, but it's good for a lot of different things. And so I want to go to just experience that relaxation. It's like a little self-care moment that I need. So I'm gonna go ahead and schedule that. It's very inexpensive. I think it's $25 for a 45-minute session. It doesn't include like a massage or anything, so you're actually just able to go in to the salt cave and visit there. They also do yoga. The only other place that I knew that had a salt cave was out in Asheville, North Carolina, which is maybe about 3 or so hours away. So to have one that's literally like down the street from my office, yeah, I'm not gonna miss out on that. I'm really excited and looking forward to it. So it has like Himalayan sea salt is pure and it is infused with different minerals. So when you go into the salt cave, you actually start to breathe better. So it's good for like your lungs, as well as it helps to draw out toxins. Like when you go to the beach and that salt water smell like hits you, it's kind of like getting that experience times whatever, being in the Himalayan sea salt, because it's the air is just saturated with that, with the minerals and all of the yummy goodness in the salt cave. So I'm super excited to do that. I can't book it right now because my computer is on some other stuff. I don't know what's happening with it, but I was not happy to find that I couldn't do anything this morning because my computer wasn't working, but I had been talking about needing a new one, so it's all good. I'm just blessed that I was able to find one and order one. It should be here on Friday. I keep checking and looking, like, did it leave yet? Is it on its way yet? Where is it? But I wanted to kind of touch on like something like regarding wellness. So we talked about the salt cave a little bit. Also, the food has been like a really big thing coming up for me. I see a lot of people like telling people what they should eat. They shouldn't do this, and they need to eat this type of diet. Like there's I think now I'm seeing a lot of people posting about keto. I see a lot of people, of course, talking about like veganism, vegetarianism, and don't eat sweets, and don't eat pork, and don't eat beef, only eat chicken, or eat more fish, eat more fruits. And it's like, everybody has their own idea of what a diet consists of. And that's something that I won't say that I struggled with it, but I had people who, like I had this one friend who is a diehard vegan, and you know, he's very much into like protecting the animals and all of that. And so he would just like kind of send me these horrific videos of, you know, animals being mistreated and all of this stuff in an attempt to, I guess, convert me to being a vegan. I respect a vegan diet, and anybody, you know, of course, in life in general, animals. But what I don't like is someone like trying to force their beliefs on me. And a lot of times that's what happens in society whether it comes to how we're supposed to look, talk, walk, smell, sound, all of that. Someone's always trying to tell us what's right for us. And so today my message is really just to inspire you to do what is right for you. Not everyone can afford to eat, you know, the grass-fed, you know, free-range chicken or whatever the case may be. Not everybody can afford to shop at Whole Foods to get everything organic. You know, we have to do what is right for us. And some of us were raised a certain way. And so overnight, it's not going to be like, you know, it's not just an easy process to transition to a whole new way of eating, because really it's a whole lifestyle change. My point is that I want you to be empowered to eat a diet that feels right for you, whether that includes eating animal products, whether it includes only eating plants, whether that is only eating raw foods, whether that is eating keto with a splash of something else, whether that is a semi-vegetarian, slight raw, like whatever it is, you just be okay with that. Whatever resonates with you. And I think most importantly is to remember balance. Like some people feel like, oh, I can't, you know, I shouldn't eat sweets and I have to eat, you know, whatever, but balance, everything in moderation. Allow yourself the things that you like, the things that you love. And as long as it feels good and you are happy with who you are and that decision really resonates with you, then be okay with that, because there's always going to be somebody who thinks that their way is better, that you have to, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that, you have to eat this, you got to do that. Like, just do what's right for you. Really, that's what, like, it just boils down to choices that sit right in your heart. If you are eating a burger and you're like, this doesn't feel good, like I always feel heavy afterwards, then maybe you want to rethink, you know, eating burgers or eating beef or whatever the case may be. If you notice that, hey, when I eat a salad, I tend to feel a little bit better, but you know what, sometimes I'm still hungry after. Listen to your body's cues when it comes to food. I do have some food sensitivities. So after a while, certain foods will just become undesirable to me, or they'll make my stomach hurt. There's certain things that I just cannot eat, or I know if I eat them, I'm not going to feel good later. I used to love a good steak, and I found that I can't eat a lot of beef now like I used to. And it might just be a temporary thing, or, you know, it might be, this is a whole new way of life for me, like not eating a lot of beef, because I cut back on red meats. I want to say last year, I think I cut it out a lot, and I was only doing a whole lot of salmon. But every once in a while I have some red meat in there somewhere, a burger or whatever. But it doesn't feel good to me anymore. And that's okay, because I might still be like, ooh, I think I want to have a steak today, and I will allow myself the experience and not be upset, not beat myself up about it. Ideally, just because I know like the energetics behind food and eating, you know, animal matter, I would like to transition away from that, but I know for me, it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna be a process, and I'm not ready for that right now, but I am exploring like what makes me feel good food-wise, what makes me happy, what things, what resonates with me, what feels right with me. And so that's something that I think is really important when we think about the foods we eat and our health and our wellness. It's about what feels right to us, not what someone else is telling us is right or is kind of like shoving down our throats. One of the massage therapists that I share, that's next to me where my office is in the North Raleigh Wellness, she's a vegan, and she makes her own cheese. She everything is good. And I love that her approach is not, oh my God, like, you eat meat, you're a horrible person and you're killing the planet and la 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 la. She's not like forcing her views on me. And what that does, because it is something that I'm interested in, it creates the space for conversations, and it creates the space for me to learn more and approach it in a healthy manner versus someone who's sending me pictures of slaughtered animals and all of this yucky stuff. And it's coming from a place of love. That's the difference. It's coming from a place of love, not a place of coercion. And when I am ready, when I'm fully ready to embrace a transition or a change in my diet, then I think it will become a lot easier versus me feeling like I have to do it because this person is telling me that, I'm, from a place of negativity. So that's why it has to resonate with you. It has to feel right with you. And you need to be okay with it above all else when it comes to your health and wellness. The same thing, like if you go to your doctor's office and they're telling you something about your medical treatment that doesn't really sit right in your heart, and this is super important. You have the option to ask questions, to challenge what they're saying, and most importantly, to seek someone else's, another medical provider's opinion, to get a second opinion, because a lot of times we've gotten to a place where we are not empowered when it comes to our own health and wellness. And so whatever the doctor says, we take to heart. And so they give us all of these prescriptions and we don't ask questions. We just take these things. We don't know, what effect is this going to have on us? And we start having to, we're just living our life by whatever this person is telling us. And there could be other options available for treatment, other things to try, other, ways of doing things that will help improve your health and wellness, but we don't know because we don't ask. And we think that, this one doctor, this is what they're saying, so it's got to be the truth. And sometimes that's not always the case. So that's another thing, again, of being empowered is taking control of your healthcare, asking questions, getting your checkups, getting second opinions when available, and looking into alternative options that will help you to maintain and improve your health and wellness. So I hope that this has inspired you in some way. I just wanted to share some of those nuggets because they were on my mind today as I sit here with my non-working computer. I said yesterday that I wanted a rose gold laptop and something else. And I did find one, but it was by the same company that made my current broken laptop. And I was like, I'm just not going to invest. I was like, is the color of the laptop that important? No, not to where I would buy like another piece of crap laptop. So I'm really proud because I found a Lenovo laptop, because I did say that was one of the brands that I was looking at. Ideally, I want a MacBook Pro. The price of the MacBook Pro is not something that I am willing to invest in at this moment. It's just not. I don't care. Plus, I have a lot of PC-based software that I would have to repurchase, so that would just tack on to the price of me trying to switch out to an Apple computer. So, I got a laptop. That's the most important thing. The best part, I think, is that I stayed under budget. I set a budget of $800 that I wanted to spend in total, and I think I've maybe spent, I think it was under $650 for it. I could have gotten, everything that I wanted, but I was like, I need something for now that's going to help me maintain my business, my education, all of the things that I'm doing, my life, because I'm connected. I gotta be I need my laptop. I'm writing a book, I'm doing things, I need a laptop. And so whenever I do decide to really invest in my long-term computing system, laptop situation, then I will take the time and the resources to really invest and make sure that I get every little thing I want. But for now, especially because like I had work to do and I could not get it done, I was like, I just need something, and it needs to be within my budget. It needs to have these certain features, and I'll be happy. And so that's what I did, and I'm proud and I'm happy and I'm eager. I'm glad like my laptop didn't totally stop working, so it is like, oh wow, that thing is hot. I mean, well, it's currently usable, so I can still like turn it on. I just can't really navigate, so I mean, I guess I can still watch like Netflix and stuff on there, so it's all good. But I'm excited because it's a new season, right? So getting rid of things that no longer serve allows for new things to come in, and I'm just glad that I was able to replace it, and that this happened at a good time for me, where I was in a position to like replace it without having to be paralyzed by the purchase. So yeah, that's it. Please share any insights or feedback that you have had, as you know, I talked about different things related to wellness. Also, in the announcements at the top of the group, there is a survey that I would like you to take. And it's just kind of asking you some questions about the group, things that you want to know about me. I've gotten a few responses in so far, so I will be doing some separate videos, sharing more about myself with you all and answering some of the questions that I've gotten. So, all right, and I'm hoping that when I do have my new laptop, I can do my live videos from there, and it will end when I hit the end button. But all right, y'all, have a magical day. Bye.